Ho, 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 and a very warm welcome back to the GG.Bet Winter Cup. In case you were fooled by that intro, I am not in fact Santa Claus. My name is Hawker, here to bring you the action, and we should be ready to get into our first game shortly. We've got 3 games coming up today, starting with EXTREMUM versus Rocketlaunchers. This is a rematch from the opening game of Group A, where EXTREMUM managed to win 2-1. We've got the same teams and the same maps playing here today, so we'll see if EXTREMUM can repeat that performance again as they start on the CT side of Mirage. Early info up through mid. Clack's trying to see if he can stop the aggression, but Rocketlaunchers have been able to sneak their way into that ladder room. Waterfalls, you can see, is very aware of that fact, but he's not wanting to overextend right now. So no early fights coming through just yet. Sneaking into this A bomb site though, EXTREMUM do not have much ground to work with, and they finally get aggressive. Jumka takes Emenk's head off as they move in through shorts. Rocketlaunchers are on the A site, but they don't have the bomb here. They're trying to sell a fake right now. This is going to be a very confusing round because the bomb is moving on to the B bomb site. Sausol gets 1 kill on A, but there are so many players up against him. Surely he is going to be done for here. As they rush him down, they will finally realize they've been bamboozled. The bomb is over on the B bomb site, and Deaths and Soccer are trying to lock down Kitchen. They want to establish an early crossfire. They want to stop this retake from ever happening. Damage done both ways, but the kills are not coming in. Soka needs to land so many shots, and that will not be happening for him. EXTREMUM eventually come away with all the kills they need in a rather extended pistol round, but it is EXTREMUM who get the good start they were looking for. Wow, Rocketlaunchers won't be giving up easily with how close that first round came. They're going to go ahead and force up into this second round with plenty of weapons available to them. Oh, wow. Okay. Sausol's already got 2 kills at mid. That was rather fast. EXTREMUM just getting ripped apart at the start of this round. Not expecting the AK, maybe. Volina's trying to push into a ramp because I think EXTREMUM have realized they've got to do something at this point to get back into the round. Even though they had the superior buy at the start of the round, it was fairly close. And now that they've lost 2 players, they are in trouble. Rocketlaunchers tried to slow things down, but there's the aggression we were talking about. EXTREMUM get a frag to go their way. Volina gets one on the site with the MP9. Schlack finds the refrag, but Flax has rotated over to bring it back to a 2v2. Really good team play coming in from EXTREMUM, and it's almost another kill coming in from Jumka. Not many nades for Rocketlaunchers to get this bomb down, but Emenk nails the shot. Survives on 2 health, but he does enough. Flax trying to come in, but Deaths closes it out for Rocketlaunchers. We go back to a 1-1 scoreline, and the Spaniards just about do enough to take that second round away from their opponents. Well, that's got to be frustrating for EXTREMUM. Losing that second round force buy is always a concern. This time it comes into reality, and now the CT force buy is nowhere near as good. Only 2 scouts in terms of rifles. The rest of the players have got themselves pistols. Again, I was pointing out earlier, these 2 teams have played a best of 3 before, where EXTREMUM were able to win 2-1. They did pick up Mirage 16-12. And with it being their map pick again here in this series, EXTREMUM would have been wanting to get off to a good start, just to cement an early lead, really to put the pressure on their opponents. Might not be happening this time round, though. Waterfalls does land the shot onto Soka. Attack with the scout down low. Spread to here, and they can hunt him down. Having said that, EXTREMUM are finding the frags. Waterfalls gets a quick double over at short. A couple of players softened up, so the scout can just land body shots, and Klax is in on the flank. He's going to find one for free. It's only Salso left alive, and more damage done by Waterfalls. It ends up being Volina who closes out the round, and this time it's EXTREMUM who win a force buy of their own. And back in the earlier round, the reason that Rocketlaunchers could buy was because of the bomb plant. That got absolutely denied this time round. A couple of good shots landed by Waterfalls, but the most important thing was that those players were already tagged, so it was just the chest shots needed for the scout at long range. And EXTREMUM aren't done yet. They want to do further damage. Volina could go MP9, eventually gets the spray down he was looking for, and he scampers back to safety, having given his team the early advantage. Volina won't connect, but Klax's AK bullets seem to have over on the other side of the map. EXTREMUM able to take a 5-on-3 advantage. And I think finally we are going to see some sense put back into this game. Rocketlaunchers should not be winning this round under any circumstances. EXTREMUM would have to make some massive mistakes to allow that to happen, or Rocketlaunchers would have to land some incredible shots. We'll see if either of those options are available to the T's in this round. With 49 seconds left, they've got mid control, but I'm not sure how much they can do with that. The boost into window will be spotted. Klax eventually wins the battle he was looking for. It is all but over. Only Shaq left alive in a 1v5. Never a fun place to be. And he is dead. Klax having a really good start to this game. 10 kills on the board from him now in the first 4 rounds. Definitely been doing the heavy lifting on the server so far. The only player anywhere near double digits on the server. Here's that kill from Klax. And then just cleans up the final man as well. So Rocketlaunchers have showed us some early fight. But I don't think we'll see much of a fight in this round. Only Glocks available to the Spanish squad. So this is going to have to be a round they kind of give up on. I think the main aim in this one is get a kill or two. Try and at least make it uncomfortable for EXTREMUM. Which doesn't seem too likely considering the circumstances. Mirage might be their best bet at this point. Jimka is alone on the bomb site, although Airscape is playing from short, so he can assist his teammate if required. Molotov has slowed things down. Another point is that Rocketlaunchers can just try and use up some of the CT nades, just to try and cost their opponents some money. So just throwing that incendiary costs them $600. They might throw some flashes and some smokes. So I think that's why Rocketlaunchers are maybe going slow in this round. Fortunately for them, it's not going to lead to any actual kills, though. EXTREMUM gets all the frags incredibly quickly to take a 4-1 lead. Well, after a very scrappy start to this game, we're finally going to have the first gun round on the board. Rocketlaunchers with full AKs. No one deciding to go for the SG now that it is slightly more expensive. Especially in a round like this where you are limited on nades already. I think that's understandable. Meanwhile, EXTREMUM is stuck with a single MP9. And yet again, Rocketlaunchers are fully focused on the early mid presence. B Apartments aggression here though, and who wins out in this battle? The smoke was deployed by the CTs, so Jumka, I think, has realized he probably isn't going to be favored in that fight. There are a few angles he has to be aware of, and he can't really clear all of them, so he decides to fall back. After taking away the early mid control, Rocketlaunchers will leave a man lurking in connector, while the rest of the team go back to ramp, probably to line up some nades onto this A-bomb site. Oh wow, Waterfalls has just caught the lurker in from connector. Volina has pushed up into such a sneaky position. This could very easily go overlooked right now. If Rocketlaunchers aren't careful, they could be done. One frag should be given, and Volina makes a meal of it. If he gets that first kill more completely, he would have had a lot of damage done there, but instead it's Rocketlaunchers who come back with plenty of frags. Instantly brought into the 2v2 after all the trades, and escapes. The flash comes through, but it doesn't blind Southsol. He gets his second of the round, and now Jumka has got to save the day. 10 seconds, but the bomb will be planted. Jumka trying to close the distance as a player close. He gets the pre-fire, but does he know where Southsol is? He's clearing every angle. Now he knows. Southsol gives it away, and Jumka finds the gap in the box. Beautifully done in the 1v2 by Jumka. He carries his team through, and EXTREMUM keep the win streak going. Well, there was that Molotov kill earlier in the round, but Jumka, on this final frag, there's just this slight gap in the box which he uses to his advantage, and because he only needed one bullet to land, that's going to pay off for him. He picks up the round for his team on the retake. Didn't look as comfortable this time from EXTREMUM in the first gun round. Rocketlaunchers got some really good entries onto that A site. There were 3 kills in quick succession that I thought might make the difference, but credit to EXTREMUM for fighting back, and whoa, what is happening here? Southsol catches a man with his knife out. The opening in at mid. Looks like Rocketlaunchers are going to be taking mid in many of these rounds. Again, swing onto the A site. Good entry work from the T side. Waterfalls has got to back away, and the Molotov means he has to back off even further. Forced all the way back into window room. Re-aggression almost works out for him, but Southsol will be counting his lucky stars that that shot didn't land. And let's see what Jumka can do on the flank. He was so good in the area previously, but Emmink rips his head clean off his shoulders. And that is going to be the round done and dusted. Rocketlaunchers will have their second round win. And it goes back to those fast A entries, the fast A aggression, which EXTREMUM didn't seem to be able to handle in the previous round, but they got bailed out by the clutch. This time, Rocketlaunchers go for the same again. They get similar success on the entries, and they get the round win out of it. Well, after Klax had a strong start to this game, it's Waterfalls who seems to be consistently getting kills in these gun rounds. So you can see he comes through again as he attacks the wallbang. Doesn't come off for him this time, and oh no, the AWP is taken out of the round. Long-range AK shot lands through the smokes, through everything. Jumka is putting a lot of presence in on this B-bomb site, but his teammates aren't really doing their bit at holding mid and A right now. It feels like Jumka is fine with solo holding B, but the rest of the squad are losing these fights elsewhere. You can already see the reaction from Rocketlaunchers. They've got a player pushed in jungle. All they need to do is clear the site itself. Maybe steal away a kill in from CT. Molotov doesn't land, so he could jump up on this box if he wanted to, but Southsol seems to have spotted. He's got a decent idea as to where his opponent is positioned. That won't matter. Gets one for free on the flank, and now the retake is absolutely on the cards. Soka trapped in sand. He's going to use that. Oh no, it's a team flash. Soka has to fall back. He has to recover, and he only gets one kill out of the situation. 2v2, and Jumka lands an insta headshot to leave it up to Emenk. Clutch attempt on the cards. He gets the first kill. Emenk finds the follow-up. No defuse this time. Rocket Launchers win out in the clutch. And they are starting to find some success on that A site. That's back-to-back round wins over at A. That was the shot at the start of the round from Shaq, but he even followed it up with a second headshot on the entry. And then it was Emenk who was called upon to close out the round, but he certainly delivered. Start to this game. High action across the board. South side MP. I think this round should be easier for the T side, although Waterfalls does good work with the P250 to at least find something over on the Extremum side of things. Shaq doing a wee bit of damage. Deep into connector. We'll set up a B-sided split. Extremum seem to be ready for this. They've got a player rotated through kitchen, so maybe there is something to be said for them here. If they can win one or two early fights, it could be possible, but Soul Soldiers running in with the UMP. Oh, hello. Escape back at the bomb site. They haven't cleared it. Emenk just about gets the bomb planted with Shaq saving his teammate. Paulina up close with the Deeg. Brings it into the 1v1, and he knows Shaq is over at short. He can focus on this position and nail the headshot. Paulina wins the round for Extremum with a triple kill. And they come away with a round that they really probably shouldn't have. Only really pistols in play for them. But that one player sneaking at the back of the bomb site, sitting behind bench and waiting patiently, causes havoc for the CTs. And then Paulina is able to isolate these last two players, gets the AK, gets a great shot onto the last man. And after winning that round, it's actually Extremum who decide to take the timeout. I feel like Extremum have come away with a couple of rounds now that they probably should have had no right at winning, but they've been able to come away with the rounds. And that's, I think, what has led to them picking up this lead and getting themselves into a position where they've got a chance to try and control the economy and come out to a really good CT side. Trying to see what work he can do at mid. The answer is none this time. Deployed into the B apartments, but Shaq is just trying to take contact right now. Junker looks like he's somewhat aware of that. As the Molotov comes in there, Junker gets a good kill to start, but he's blinded. So many flashbangs over the top mean that he is only able to deliver a single on the hold. At least Death's has been spotted on the lurk, so that gives Extreme a man advantage on the retake. And we've got some nades to work with. Kill comes in from Waterfalls. Rocket Launchers taking fights. They're trying to see if they can just fight their way out of this one. And now they're in trouble. Only Ahsoka left alive, and with Clax landing that shot, Emenk is in trouble. Sitting behind the van, he knows he has to play aggressive, knows he has to take fights. That will not be paying off for him. Gets the one kill, but Extremum were always going to be trading him out from that position. And even though Jumka only gets one kill on the B bomb site, you think that might be a problem for them. Extremum just find the one or two picks they needed elsewhere to make sure they could have the advantage on that retake. EXTREMUM are looking pretty well drilled right now in terms of their trade kills, in terms of clearing out all these spots for the retakes. When they have allowed the bomb to be planted, they seem to be able to clear out these positions well, because there's been quite a few rounds now where they've had to win on these retakes. So well done by EXTREMUM. Let's see if they can continue that in this round, or if they can just shut Rocketlaunchers out entirely. The T's are lining up some A-nades with pistols in play. Smokes over the top, but Waterfalls has already landed the first shot. In Volina, unable to connect. They should be able to clean up. Clax with a couple of kills and the USP to close out the round. Well done by Clax there, just to make sure the bomb stays safe. The second spray was a bit sloppy, but the USP shot onto the last man was anything but. Again, Clax had an incredible start to the game. I think he'd slowed down slightly, but there's another 3K for him. There's another round for EXTREMUM. Starting to run away with this game slightly. Just as I say that, though, Waterfalls again tries to force the fight at mid. Maybe that's becoming a bit too predictable because he is caught out by the opposite AWPer. Looks like a lot of Rocketlaunchers' early round plays are focused on just taking these contact plays, just taking these 1v1 fights. We're seeing players look for action over at B, players looking for fights over at A ramp. This time they also take the early pick over at mid. So they really need to take these angles. Thankfully, Soka is in position to trade, but that's always an awkward angle to deal with. Volina pops his head up and pops Soka's head off. So it's brought into a 3-on-3 with 58 seconds left on the clock. This is where Rocketlaunchers have got to make a good mid-round read on the situation. Salsol is alone at mid, which could make it really difficult for him to move in through connector. He's going to have plenty of angles to think about. Pushed in could be powerful, but Salso lands a sick shot, and Volino whiffs his spray down. He absolutely needed at least one kill there, and as soon as he goes down, the round basically goes with him. Volino will be kicking himself after that one. Really should have got at least one kill there. Maybe even done some damage to the second player, but the spray is sloppy. And Rocketlaunchers make the most of the mistakes made by EXTREMUM. Good work from them to win the 3v3. I was pointing out that Salsol could be in trouble because he was alone at mid, but he managed to find the angle. He managed to find the fight and land a really good shot to make sure that he could start to move in through connector. That was always going to be another problem for EXTREMUM. They had two different angles to deal with. And sadly for the CTs, they could not lock it down. Again on this same angle with the AWP. Gets behind his opponent. That was a very strange fight at the start of the round, and the bomb goes tumbling in through connector. Different angle with the AWP, and somehow Clax wins out that fight with just the UMP. It all comes down to Emenk and Soka in a 2v5. The Molotov into Under Palace could be useful for him. Volina, I think, was waiting for his teammate to smoke, but he waited so long. Down to 20 health. It won't matter in the end, though. They end up winning the round with no casualties and putting Rocketlaunchers in a poor economic position. work with in this round for Rocket Launchers. Do what they can with the nade stack into window. This time Waterfalls has repositioned though. Good thing he did. He could have been a dead man if he played window again. Like I was saying, it became a bit predictable playing window every round, so I'm glad he switched it up in the last round or two. I think that was important thing to do. Okay, where's this come from? A couple of South almost gets the opportunity. Great shot from Soccer with the CZ at long range. But he's left in a 1v2. Couple of flashbangs in his hands. Problem is the bomb is dropped over at A ramp, so EXTREMUM can make sure they just hold on to that, even though Soccer is trying to come in through B, trying to find a different angle. The bomb is firmly in control of the CTs. I guess the other upside here is Soccer will be hoping he can maybe find a gun in the back lines. If not the flank, maybe a rifle at the very least. And there it is. SG into his hands just as Waterfalls peeks onto the angle. Good presence of mind there from Waterfalls to realize where the guns were dropped, where he needed to be watching. EXTREMUM up to a 10-4 lead. They just, I think, had the edge in terms of team play and probably in terms of individuals. And that seems to be streaking them into the lead right now. Rocket Launchers have not got enough rounds on this team side. 4 on the board. 5 would maybe be okay, but I think they would have been hoping for a few more at the half. Launchers. They haven't shown much willingness to fake either, so you can see EXTREMUM are happy to rotate almost all of their players over to this A bomb site. And no real control taken for the Rocket Launchers side. They're stuck on the site. They're stuck in ramp and palace. They don't have the best angles to watch this bomb. And as these nades come in on the retake from the CTs, that could be a real issue. There are mollies in smokes available. Great shot from Southsol, but he's forced into the open. A couple of smokes for that bomb. These trades happening all across the bomb site into a 2v2, but Emek lands a good shot with the AWP, and Molina doesn't even have the hit in his hands. I think that's round over. Shaq will go stabbing in the smoke, but it is 5 rounds at the half for Rocket Launchers. Again, finding a lot of their bomb plants on that A site. Certainly going back to that A site consistently. But overall, I think EXTREMUM kind of showed that they probably are the better team on this map. Throughout the entirety of that half, they always felt like they were the ones in control. EXTREMUM have clearly got something planned for this pistol round. Smoke's going over the top. Soka's found an angle, but he can't find any shots, at least not to the head. He will have to fade away, and EXTREMUM are getting aggressive. They don't want to just take the site. They want to take control of CT spawn. They've done just that. This is quite a nice angle from Soka, but I don't think EXTREMUM will want to push any further. Having said that, they've got the flashbang now, so they will go aggressive. Soka taken down. Trades again happening in an instant. But here comes Death. Such a good timing on this flank. How has he not got the kill, though? Back of the head makes life awkward, and Waterfalls turns it around. It's only Shaq left alive with the kit and the smoke. And Oh no, he's taking a dink. He's done for. Round over. EXTREMUM pick up the pistol and put themselves in a great position to win this first map. Full save coming in from the CTs ahead of this next round. So EXTREMUM are about to be gifted another round win. At least that's what we see heading into this one. We see the SMGs leading the charge, as you would expect. This round's going to play out. Kills might come in. Okay, good kills from deaths. He somehow found an AK, but eventually the cleanup comes through. Good kills from Rocketlaunchers, all things considered. But all in all, the round goes the way of EXTREMUM. That will force some reinvestment though, so well done by Rocketlaunchers there to put themselves in a position where now if they win this round, they might actually force EXTREMUM down to a low buy. And you can see our odds over at GG.Bet very, very heavily favoring EXTREMUM, as you might expect at this point. They've got a 12-5 lead. And they're going to want to extend that in this round. The CT starting the round with a 2-1-2 setup. That's two players on the A site, one man in mid, currently in connector, and then two players on the B bomb site. Not getting too aggressive either on the Rocketlaunchers side. I think they've realized they don't have too many gun rounds left available to them, so they need to make the most of these rounds. They can't afford to take any high-risk plays, so they're happy to just hold back, and they are confident that their setup will find them success. Let's see if that confidence is well warranted. Ooh, Dez gets aggressive with the orb, takes away Palace from the tees. That's a position they have to be aware of, but whoa, they don't know that they're on the site already. Maybe some miscommunication there from the CT side as Des goes swinging with his back turned. Luckily, Southsoul gets the lineup that he was looking for. So Rocketlaunchers save the round. But man, oh man, that could have gone differently. Once he gets brought back to that 2v2, if Southsoul doesn't make that play and the bomb gets planted, EXTREMUM have got a good chance at taking away that round. So credit to Southsoul, definitely. They're doing good damage there. At the same time, it definitely feels like the communication is slightly better on the EXTREMUM side across the board. Didn't see too many mistakes like that made by EXTREMUM earlier on in this game. Last second call to force buy for EXTREMUM. It really isn't the best of buys, but I think with what we've seen from Rocketlaunchers, if you win some fights early, you could definitely make a case for EXTREMUM coming out on top in this round. You can also never underestimate those Desert Eagles, which can certainly dish out the damage. Well, the minimap shows you guys what is about to be happening. The B-bomb site is under threat. Southsoul has been looking good so far in this game. He's got to do it again. The spray is solid. 2 kills in on the B-bomb site. And that's going to slow them down significantly. They can't actually get that bomb planted right now. Volina eventually moves on to the bomb site, somehow bypassing the AWP of Emenk. But here comes the flank. Shaq with the FAMAS gets a good spray down. Waterfalls is left in a 1v4. So many angles to think about. And he can't think about them all at once. Rocketlaunchers again winning another round on their CT side. Trying to show us that this game isn't over yet. They've got something left to work with. Again, Southsole looking solid in this game. He's had a couple of really important rounds for Rocketlaunchers. I think he's one of the big reasons they are still in this one. Almost top fragging right now. It's very close between him and then Klaxon on the extreme side. He's now doing him currently. And he's ready, and he's not really ready for the fight in Underpass. Waterfalls catches him out and gets an AK early into this round. So now EXTREMUM have got something to work with, and they can actually give that AK over to the one man with Kevlar. Jimka gets a rifle to play with. Let's see how EXTREMUM try to make the most of that one rifle they have recovered. Well, the Christmas spirit is all well and good, but I hope Rocketlaunchers won't be gifting this round over to EXTREMUM right now. They might be, though. The kills come through. Pistols onto the A-bomb site. And it is a gift from the heavens for EXTREMUM. After finding the AK early in the round, they don't even need to use the rifle to pick up the round win. They just creep on in through the connector, win 2 more fights with the pistols, and that's the round over and done with. I think we've just had too many of these rounds from Rocketlaunchers so far in this game. They have given away rounds they probably shouldn't have. You can see the odds now heavily favoring the EXTREMUM side, and with good reason after that round win. Thank you to GG.Bet for making this tournament possible. It's great having some tournaments over the Christmas period when you want to get away from your family. I think it's also a really good chance for these teams, this sort of level of team, to make a name for themselves. You might get a few more eyes on you in a tournament like this. Right now, it is all eyes on EXTREMUM. They've been looking like the better of the 2 squads so far in this game. Into window is instantly spotted by... Okay, where are they? What is happening? We're just seeing kills all across the map right now. They're trying to just, again, take fights on the A site. Finally, Escape wins one of the battles for the T side, but it's come way too late in the round. Got to try and recover from a 2 versus 4. And they don't have any nades to really come back into this one. I think EXTREMUM didn't really have any other choice than to try and walk their way onto a bomb site. Somehow they seem to have slipped through the cracks here. 25 seconds left and Escape is about to sneak up on his opponent. Oh, no, he doesn't clear the right corner. Deaths gets the frag for free. And even though Vorlina's got the refrag, he's got multiple angles to deal with and only 10 seconds to deal with them. Knife in his hands means that Emenk can land the shot with ease. Rocketlaunchers will be winning their 8th round. And EXTREMUM have a decision to make here. Only 3 players can afford the full buy, but they've made their decision very quickly. They want to invest anyway. Klax will be taking the Galil, while Volina goes down to the P250. At least they've got a good amount of nades available to them. But I feel like in some of these rounds, EXTREMUM haven't even used their nades. They've just gone for the fights straight at the start of the round. They've just gone for the straight-up battles, which can work for you. They just also be slightly risky. Bomb has been left behind early in this round, so that suggests EXTREMUM this time will want to be running down the clock. Okay, that's a missed smoke. That smoke should be landing in the window, and that smoke should rarely be missed by teams of this caliber. Waterfalls will have to use his smoke to make up for his teammate's mistake. Cost them too heavily. Move in. Crossfire is a real issue for them. Shaq just about comes out on top in that fight. They've left the bomb behind here. This round looks very disjointed from EXTREMUM. Just losing fights all across the map, and now they only have 27 seconds to somehow find a way for that bomb to get onto one of these sites. I don't think it's possible. Volina's only got the P250. He was the man who was meant to be just hoping his teammates could carry him through this round. Instead, he's got everything on his shoulders. He won't be able to live up to it. Rocketlaunchers get a fairly easy round win there. I think EXTREMUM just took a little too long deciding what they wanted to do in that round. They got caught across the map. It seemed also a problem was they started committing to the A-bomb site before they had the bomb in their hands. So a couple of silly mistakes being made could be very costly to EXTREMUM, because now Rocketlaunchers will almost certainly be getting their 10th round on the board, unless EXTREMUM can cause a massive upset in this one. Well, the bomb plant might be a possibility. With so many players in Palace, the aim here is just to try and run distraction so that the bomb can be planted safely. Let's see if it's a possibility. Looks like it. Soka's playing super safe. Eventually repeats and lines up 3 kills in quick succession. But the bomb plant was all that EXTREMUM were really expecting out of this round. And that's all they will get. Some extra money for the T side. Rocketlaunchers pick up their 10th round win and start to build up some money of their own. Well, I was a bit worried that Rocketlaunchers wouldn't be able to put up any sort of fight for us in this game, based on what we saw earlier. But I think now we're starting to see that they are able to pick up some good round wins. Maybe in part because EXTREMUM aren't showing us the best coordination in some of these rounds on their team side. But spray from Deaths eventually comes through for him. I feel like he could have got that kill a bit quicker, but at least EXTREMUM get the trade this time round, bringing it into an early 4v4. Smoke landing in connector. He's trying to make the most of it, but he's still blinded. Junker gets an easy kill up close, and South Soul can't find the trade. It's up to Emenk and Soka to save this round, and Emenk has landed a good shot with the AWP. Again, the bomb is somewhat of a problem here for EXTREMUM. They left it behind, so that's going to take some valuable time away from them. Jumka sneaking in through CT spawn. This is where he got 3 kills in the last round. This time he has to back away after firing a single shot. 30 seconds left. Flash over the top forces Emenk off the angle. EXTREMUM have got to get that bomb down soon. They've pushed into jungle with the bomb. That means Emenk can come back round here. Emenk could get this kill, and with 15 seconds, Vorlina has got a whole lot of work to do. I'm not sure he has the time. Bomb recovered by Vorlina, but can he get to the bomb site safely? 5 seconds, there's no time. Vorlina cannot win the round. Rocketlaunchers win by time in this one. And at least Vorlina will survive at the end there, so he holds onto the AK. But again, EXTREMUM get themselves into a decent position, and they just cannot convert the round win. They take way too long trying to get that bomb planted. It was left behind at spawn at the earlier portion of the round. This is starting to become a real worry for them. Good shot from Emenk. In behind the triple box. Always a solid position to play with the AWP. Just be careful that he doesn't overcommit to any of these fights though. Drop a smoke from cover, but shots coming his way through the box. Eventually realizes he's better off falling back. Jumka should be going down shortly. That smoke won't last forever. Looks like it's going to be another CT-sided round. Klax has recovered the AK. EXTREMUM are going to try to deliver the bomb to one of the sites. Sal's good timing, gets the one, gets the second. He has looked really, really solid so far in this game. Mr. Reliable for Rocketlaunchers right now, as he takes his rightful place at the top of the totem bowl with 24 kills. He is leading the way. And those GG.Bet odds have certainly started to shift now, haven't they? Rocketlaunchers are certainly making a name for themselves in this map. Looks like in this round, Rocketlaunchers are switching it up. 2 players pushing through underpass. Heard, but Jumka can't react in time. The bomb is dropped right now. That could be devastating. I think Rocketlaunchers should spot that. The CTs might realize that they've got the bomb in their control. And yeah, you can see on the minimap now, Shaq, who was going back to mid, will assist his teammate in the B apartments because they can control the bomb on the CT side. Oh no, EXTREMUM. This could have gone horribly wrong for them. Airscape wins an important fight to try and find a way back into this one. Emenk holding down the line with the AWP. But it doesn't get given fight. And he goes with the Deeg. I don't think he realized that Airscape was still sitting in connector. He thought that the fight would have come through sooner, and now it's all up to holding this bomb for the CTs. They are all stacked in the B apartments, all trying to lock this area down. Salso spots the first players. Flashbang about to be deployed. It trickles over the top, but it doesn't blind Airscape. He's got 3 kills on the round. And Rocketlaunchers decide to give up control of the bomb. 27 seconds. They think that EXTREMUM have to hit B. That's right, though. EXTREMUM. Okay, now they have to go into the B site, but it's not going to matter because Shaq is the only man left. So unless he can get 4 frags, the round should be over. Shaq. Could he deny the bomb plant? They just need to commit to the bomb site. They're not here. Shaq gets the first kill, almost the second, but Klax holds strong to make sure the bomb is safe. And EXTREMUM win their 14th round, but wow, that came close at the end there. You definitely felt like there was a chance that could have been stolen away from them with the awkward situation the bomb was in right at the start of the round. Credit to EXTREMUM for coming back into it, though. barn burner of a first map, and we still have more rounds left to be played. Emenk has a gap to work with. Flash unsuccessful, but he doesn't get the kill. Airscape survives, but second time of asking, Emenk delivers. Waterfall's taken out of the round. Good work from one of those two AWPs in play on the CT side. And just as Rocketlaunchers lose their first round in a while, they come right back into round 27 by finding the early man advantage. Just under a minute left on the clock. I think both teams have kind of neglected this B bomb site on their T side. Both teams haven't really tried to take B too often. This time Extremum are set to move into the B bomb site though. Southside puts down a good smoke. Emenk has rotated over with the AWP. Emenk almost gets the chance for the follow-up, but he finally misses his mark. Southside on the site, and they think it's clear. Big mistake made there as they try to plant the bomb without clearing the site. And now Airscape needs to land 4 more shots to win the round, which won't be happening. Southside again steps up for his team. And Rocketlaunchers are within touching distance here. Just one round separates these squads here on Mirage, here on the map pick of Extremum. There was the opening shot from Emenk, and he was also able to rotate over to B, so having impact on both areas of the map that he needed to be. And this is quite a curious buy from Extremum. Waterfalls has spent all his money on the AWP, while the rest of the team are saving for the next round. We'll wait and see what Waterfalls can do in this one. It is an interesting call, to say the least. You'd think you'd want the full buy in the next round, but they want the AWP. They want to try and do it now. Det running and gunning, but Waterfalls eventually lands a shot with the sniper. Soka forced away by the flashbang, but the numbers are running low for Extremum. They're losing players. Waterfalls left with the AWP in a 1v4. This round is out in the open with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So Rocketlaunchers take us to a 14-14 scoreline. I think at least with the bomb plant, yeah, you can see Extremum can actually afford the buy. So I guess that's part of the reasoning behind the decision to go for the AWP there. Waterfalls has still got money because of the bomb plant. So it's not too bad. They can drop the AWP over to him, and they still get a full buy for the most part. So there is some reasoning to that round. It would have been a problem if they didn't get the bomb down, but heading into round 29. Extremum in desperate need of some round wins on this T side. Rocketlaunchers have, for the most part, shut them out. Waterfalls, I think, has had enough here. He wants to take some fights. To see if he can give his team the early advantage. The CTs are not going to offer themselves up to him easily. Oh, there it is though. Waterfalls finds the pick he was looking for. The flashbang doesn't go far enough. I think you can see Waterfalls was wanting to take control, wanting to take map control off the back of the pick. But then he realized it was a team there, so he's not able to push further. Just as we sing Waterfall's praises, Emenk lands a solid shot and brings his team right back. And they start into even numbers, into a 4v4 after the 1-for-1 trade. Should still be good for Extremum though, as long as they can close it out with some good trades, although they're moving into the Lion's Den. There are so many players waiting on this B-bomb site. The kills come through for all of the AWPs. Salsol and Emenk get all the frags between them, and Rocketlaunchers are one round away from stealing away Extremum's map pick, and that has got to be a scary prospect for the CIS side right now. Again, we go back to the fact that these two teams played against each other in the opening game of Group A. EXTREMUM were able to win the series 2-1, but that was with them winning their pick of Mirage. And this time round, it's going to be a hard-fought win for them because they will require overtime to pick up this map. Very impressive stuff from Rocketlaunchers, though. Again, I wasn't expecting them to look so good on their CT side after they struggled to put up rounds in that first half. But credit to them, they have really come back into this one. Well, it all comes down to this here on Mirage. This game has been heating up as it has gone on. And oh my god, Soul somehow gets the best of Junker in the midst of the smoke. That's his 30th kill of this game. He's averaged 1 frag per round and he has been looking good in doing so. A lot of impact from him with multi-kills. This time he's only got a single frag for the time being in a very important round. Good shot from Waterfalls, though. Emek was looking to extend that advantage. There's a player pushed into B apartments, though. Oh no, the bomb is here alone. This could be absolutely devastating. Det in the perfect position, drops the bomb, and now EXTREMUM are scrambling. They have 35 seconds to get that bomb and get onto this B-bomb site. Waterfalls is trying to take control of the site itself, but he takes significant damage. Smoke down, Det locks down the bomb, and that should be it. Waterfalls, the last man left. Somehow, Salso lands the flick of the century to take him out. And it is going to be the CTs taking it over the line. Beautifully done by Rocketlaunchers at the end there. And that was only the first map of this series. Make sure to come back for map 2 to see more of the same.